All right, we just did the unboxing of the Tundra kit here. I'll just kind of go over a little bit on the components. So all of our couplers, tube seals, lid seal, box plugs, all those components are made out of silicone, so they last a lifetime. You don't ever have to worry about dry rotting or cracking. We got your lid. It's got a protective film on it. This is a clear lid, big intake tube, huge air filter. All right, we're going to get started by disconnecting the negative terminal on the battery. I'm going to remove the engine cover, just lift up, slide it off. Okay, we're going to disconnect the MAF sensor. Just press this tab and lift up. We're going to disconnect this crankcase hose. And use a panel popper tool, disconnect this wire harness. Loosen the hose clamp at the throttle body. We're going to undo these two clamps at the airbox cover and then remove the intake tube assembly all in one piece. Okay, there's two 10mm bolts that we're going to remove that hold the bottom half of the airbox. Okay, now we're going to remove the bottom half of the airbox. Okay, we're going to remove the MAF sensor from the OE intake using a Phillips screwdriver. Okay, next we're going to get our MAF mounting hardware pack. It's got a gasket, a MAF pad. We're going to line that up with the sensor mount on the tube. So you go gasket, MAF mounting pad, and then your sensor. And then we give you 2 machine screws. We'll mount the sensor. Okay, next we're going to install the grommet for the vacuum hose. Push that down in the hole, and you're going to want to put the bigger side. There's 2 different sizes here. You're going to want to put the bigger side in through the grommet. You're going to want to feel on the inside too to make sure you got a good seal. All the way around, kind of twist it around. And that's what it should look like. Next, we're going to install the hose mender into the S&B hose. Get that all the way pushed down. We're going to install the CCV hose into the OE hose and use that clamp. All right, now on these 2 larger holes, we're going to install these grommets. On this remaining hole, we're going to take one of the M6 screws and washers. We're going to go in from the inside, and we're going to put this rubber spacer. We're going to put the bolt through the rubber spacer. Next, we're going to install the tube seal. We're going to install the inlet seal. So we supply this optional box plug for the secondary opening. It's just preference. If you live in hot climates where you just want true cold air, I would recommend installing this box plug. But if you just want more air and you're in a colder climate, I would leave it out. Today we're going to leave it out. I'm going to prep these M6 airbox bolts with some Loctite that's supplied with the kit. Keep them from vibrating loose, as well as the screw going through this rubber spacer. Now that we have our airbox prepped, we're going to install it in the factory location. sure all the holes line up. Okay, now we're gonna push the airbox assembly towards the fender to line up all these holes and get a good seal on the fender seal. We'll hand tighten and then go back through and tighten with our 10mm. Okay, next we're gonna take the intake tube assembly from the inside the airbox, push it through the tube seal. We're gonna put our coupler on here. You're gonna wanna get your clamps to where you can tighten them down. Spin them both ways and then push this tube assembly onto the throttle body. We're going to secure the hose clamps at the throttle body coupler. Okay, we're going to reconnect the PCV hose to the intake tube. Supply clamp here, we'll tighten that down. We'll reconnect the vacuum hose to the smaller hose bar. Reconnect the MAF sensor. Next, we're going to install the S&B air filter onto the tube. Tighten down this hose clamp. All right, next we're going to prepare the snap-in lid and remove the film from both sides. I'm going to place one of the corners of the lid seal and just work your way around. Try to end up with this tab at the end. Take this and snap it into the airbox. Install the engine cover.